Alright, it's 10:10 a.m. October 8th, 2018. This is a photograph I took in Marrakesh. I went to Morocco to escape my targeting. I actually packed clothes to get employment. And I thought maybe if I went to Europe, I could escape. Wow. I was trapped. And I heard the same people from Ohio. And I was brutalized, raped, and tortured by people from Ohio and Morocco. Ella had said it won't work. People have tried. Derek from PAX, I asked him. I called him hysterical, crying. No one in Morocco knew who I was. I got no stalking in Morocco. I was brutalized, brutally abused, more so than when I'm in Dayton. If I knew psychology, I probably would understand why they would do that. I assume they did it because I was overseas and that there'd be no witnesses from Dayton. Which is ridiculous because it's remote neural monitoring. I was sick. I got average of 2 hours of sleep. Pretended to be enthusiastic, dragging myself through the streets. There was so much jealousy from the blacks that they tried to ruin every second of it. They communicated to my brain 24 hours a day in Morocco. They didn't leave me alone once. They're abusing me right now. I feel awful. I feel sick. I opened the windows and the doors to the house to ventilate the house. Because I feel poisoned. Just think if I could get a lawsuit. My God. By the way, this is the floor of an office. This is the wall. That's a painting I did. Here's another painting. I was doing geometry. Here's my helmet. In case anybody wants to say I'm not serious. I made the helmet. I was so proud too because I thought I was going to do something. I could still hear the V2K. It lowered it for about 30 minutes. The volume's low. It protects your head from the radiation. They're opposing magnets. Isn't that badass? I made that. A friend helped me, but I drilled the holes. I put each one of them in by myself. Shredded my fingers doing it. And, I don't know. I'll try something else. So, the worst part of Morocco was sexual abuse. As that was the initial reason for targeting me, was to make me a beta slave that would kill itself. Well, that didn't happen. I'm still here. I do not participate in any sexual activity at all. None. It's a war. I'm not interested, and I will not. I'm being attacked. I have ongoing 10 to 20 people that are synthetically reading my mind. Their biggest game now is to go through my memories. I lived in Connecticut. It's not very interesting. It's Connecticut. These are people that didn't travel. They've never left the state. How do I know this? Not each one of my perps are a total loser that they never left the state. But, these people are not sophisticated. They're just poor people who are being used by the deep state to torture me to death. They're good at it because they're miserable, narcissistic, poverty, psychopaths. Yes, there are, for the liberals out there and the conservatives, there's a large population of dangerous, psychotic, poor people. They pay them very little. They're unemployed. They spend 24 hours a day for years on end. Then they just look at me. I mean, it doesn't get any more pathetic than that. This is the most pathetic war the white supremacist elites have come up with. It's so pathetic. Before we start to collectively collapse upon ourselves with grief, just thank God that they're not bombing the infrastructure like the previous wars. But you wonder though, right? At least you could see someone, you could fight them. It's kind of awkward to get harassed and you're getting electrocuted, radiated. You see the cars. See how the war is making you, the way you defend yourself as you talk. They're killing us. And how do we defend ourselves? We get tinfoil and we talk to each other. This is the most ridiculous time wasted. It is so... They should be embarrassed. In the end, it will be embarrassing and creepy. And all the perverts that were playing in our brains. These cowards that hide in their apartments. Like Frank said, they're in a filthy apartment. A bunch of pizza boxes, chain smoking and doing drugs and drinking. This is not the military elite. A lot of people want to imagine that. In some cases, yes, some of you are being attacked by highly trained military individuals. There's too many of us now. When you start talking about your poor neighbor, it is your poor neighbor. They're ongoing training the civilian population to kill and bring about the most negative war. World War II, a frequency war. Please pray for me that I can be positive. Since I opened the windows and the doors, I feel a lot better. There's a breeze coming in. I'll pray for you. Stay strong. Document everything that's going on around you. Even when someone sells a house across the street.